What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA and MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday, we were able to have a sweep in the DubClub, and we cashed all the plays in yesterday's free YouTube video. Looking to run it back and cash all plays today. Also in the DubClub yesterday, we cashed this bad boy here with an 18x 6-man cash. We've now hit 5 6-mans in the last 3 days, and also we've hit a 6-man in all 3 of those days. So we've been absolutely crushing it. Looking to stay cashing today. So we're going to get to these free plays shortly. You guys had the like go in yesterday's video, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. If you want a third play tomorrow also, leave a like on this video here. If we get to 200 likes again, I'll drop a third play for y'all tomorrow in that video also. And while you're down there leaving a like, you may as well subscribe if you have not already with those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped to get removed. So like I said, we're going to get to these free plays shortly, but before we do so, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub, because in the DubClub you can join right now at the link in my description or in the link in the comment section, and there will be an offer that pops up at the bottom of your screen with a limited time special offer giving you a discount. So don't miss out on checking that out, because I seriously do not believe that you will regret joining the DubClub. We had some correlation entries yesterday. We cashed this 18x right here, and we had 4 different entries yesterday that missed by a single leg. We were 3 Ketel Marte fantasy away, 1 Devers RBI, 1 Schwarber RBI, and 1 Arenado hit away from cashing 4 separate entries. But of course, we still profited yesterday. We still had 1 6-man right there for 18x, giving us a profitable day on top of hitting every main play yesterday over in the DubClub also. When you join the DubClub, you get access to my correlation slips here. You get access to my underdog streaks, which, by the way, we are 1 pick away from turning $5 into $5,000. All my picks were posted at the DubClub, by the way. You only get access to this Discord, by the way, in these channels if you subscribe to the DubClub. We are seriously 1 pick away from turning $5 into $5,000. All picks were posted right here. You also, though, get access to my community chat. It's a super positive and awesome place to be around. I'm also very responsive in the chat. I'm always talking about plays pretty much every single night with y'all. And it's also easy to reach me in the chat also. If you just add me in the chat, add DOMG in the chat, I will pretty much pop in there almost instantly and answer your question or whatever you wanted to at me about. But you also get access to my contributors plays too, though, from Asby's, Emo, and Elo. These guys crush their plays time and time again. These guys are really awesome. Elo is a big soccer guy here, and he posts a ton of heat in soccer. You can see a lot of these guys loving his plays there. Asby's is a big PGA guy, and he's been crushing it. He has hit 73% of his plays so far this month. 74 in the MLB and NBA, and then 79% right there. 23 for 6. Back on Saturday, we hit 3 correlation slips in a single day, so we cashed out there for, what was that, 18x probably. Cashed this one also for another correlation slip. Like, we've been crushing it on these correlation slips over in the Discord or the DubClub Discord. So don't miss out on joining. There will be that link available in my description. All you have to do to get access to this cord is just connect your Discord to DubClub. It is pretty damn easy to do. So go use that link in my description or join the comment section, and that way you can get in on that special offer that is a limited time. Only a couple of spots left. With that now out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe if you have not already. And let's get to today's free plays. The first play here on the NBA board for today is going to be over in the points category, because tonight I like Jalen Williams over his points at about 19.5 or 20 if you are on PrizePicks. A lot of apps out there have him available at 19.5, but I am okay with the 20 point here at over on PrizePicks. I'm okay with that 0.5 bump, but I think Jalen Williams is in a pretty great spot here. He's been over this in 60% of games so far this year. He's also been playing some massive minutes. However, he had a pretty rough series against Denver, only covering in 2 separate games. However, his shooting was pretty bad in these games. He had games shooting 15%, 36%, 19%, 25%. There were a lot of really rough shooting games here, but the field goal attempts were pretty damn good here for Jalen Williams. Like, he's had 16 and 17 field goal attempts, 21 field goal attempts, 20 field goal attempts. Like, the numbers are there. The volume is there for Jalen Williams. He just was not able to put the ball through the basket, which is pretty much the downside of Jalen Williams. I think he's in a much better spot here in what I would probably consider to be a better matchup here against Minnesota. And I think he can also bounce back in terms of shooting. Like, he bounced back last game and shot 59% from the field, shooting 10 for 17, where he was able to drop 24 points. And the pass against Minnesota now, since this is game 1, he's had 14, 20, 18, and 27 points against them with pretty good shooting percentage numbers. And he's also had 17, 14, and 23 field goal attempts in his last 3 games here. If he had 15 field goal attempts in that game, he was probably going over. But what I also want to point out is the major minutes that he's seeing. You can see how many minutes he's been playing as of late. He's been seeing 32 plus minutes pretty damn consistently. Even in some blowout situations, just like last game, like, he barely played the 4th quarter in that game. He still saw about 33 minutes. So if you factor in games where Jalen Williams has played at least 32 minutes, he's been very good this year. You can look at games where he's had at least those 32 minutes. He's over in about 73% of games this year. And if you factor in at least 21% usage, which he's had in 6 games against Denver, at least last series, he was over in 75% of games, as you see there. Also, if we factor in those bad shooting games, just kind of get those ones out of the way and factor in games where you actually had like pretty average shooting, at least 35% shooting or better, the hit rate, of course, goes up even more to about 87%. So I think he's in a great spot because I'm expecting all these numbers to happen today. 32 plus minutes, 20% usage, I think, is pretty much a given for Jalen Williams, unless there's some like wonky things happening like foul trouble, ejection, or some other crazy things like that. But otherwise, I think we should be getting some pretty good field goal percentage here from Jalen Williams. He's had pretty good shooting against them this year. And overall, he's just not always going to shoot the 15% that he was last series. So, because this year, if we look at his average field goal percentage, it's actually pretty good at about 47.7%. Like, that's what he's averaging this year, even factoring some of those games from last series with like 15% shooting. So, overall, I think he's in a pretty great spot to shoot pretty well in this game, as well as just continue to see his high minutes, continue to see good usage. Someone outside of SJ has to score for this Thunder team, and I think that will be Jalen Williams. Give me the over of 19.5 points tonight for J-Dub. Before we get to the next play, if we're not yet on Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best app out there right now, or one of the best DFS apps out there right now. And if you join using promo code DOMG, you'll get a first deposit match up to $100 and a free score when you sign up. It's available in most states 18 years and older. And they also have promos all the time for current users, not just new users. Like right now, we have a profit boost right now in the WNBA for 35%, which, by the way, is reusable until you win on your entry, which is a super cool promo that they offer that really no other app out there offers. You also have a $5 protected pick in the CSGO today, as well as Sergei Bobrovsky here, over 23.5 saves in the NHL tonight for their game one of the playoffs there between Florida Panthers and the Hurricanes. They also have some really nice multipliers on this app too. Like, for example, if you like Anthony Edwards rebounds and assists, as well as like Tyrese Halliburton's points, it pays out about a 3.18x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. So this app is really cool. I recommend at least checking it out. Be sure to use promo code DOMG for first deposit up to $100 and a free square when you sign up. All right, getting to my second play here, we're going to head over to the MLB this time around here because there's a pitcher fantasy score that I love for today. I actually almost had indeed my last pick from Underdog Streak, which would have been a $5,000 pick basically. I didn't end up pulling the trigger, but I came really damn close. It is Tariq Skubal over 39.5 pitcher fantasy score tonight. I think he's in a great spot here against the Cardinals. This is actually a 2-unit play for me, but still, of course, play responsibly. I think Skubal's in a pretty good spot, though. You can see he's been over in 5 out of 9 games so far this year. And Detroit are pretty big favorites today now against the St. Louis Cardinals. In wins this year, he's over in all but one game where he missed by only 2 fantasy score in that game, basically because he gave up like 5 earned runs in that game. Yeah, he gave up 5 in that game. This time around, though, his line is at 1.5. It's like a minus 120 over 1.5. That is a great spot there for the over on the fantasy score. It just makes a lot of sense to me here because you also have his outs line here being at 18.5. Great sign there. With a pitcher fantasy score, basically, you need this guy to go at least probably about 18 outs. It's super important for the quality start, which factors into that fantasy score to give you a +4 on PrizePicks, +5 over on Underdog. But last year in wins, he was pretty good also. He's over in 56% of games, but in wins, all the way up to about, if I could actually click on the right button there, 74%. There's a lot to me that makes sense about Skubal today between his strikeouts being at a really nice line of about 7.5. I think that puts him in a pretty great spot too for his fantasy. You have the outs line being at 18.5. You'd factor in the win potentially if the Tigers' offense is able to produce. There's a lot that makes sense to me here about Skubal and his over for his fantasy score tonight. So give me the over at 39.5. I think he's in a pretty great spot. Getting now into my third play, though, over on PrizePicks. Again, if you guys want a third play in tomorrow's video, leave a like on this video here. 200 likes, I drop a third play tomorrow also. Today, we're going to go with Jesus Luzardo here. Over his outs at 14.5. This spot looks stupid good to me. This is ridiculous for being offered at 14.5, in my opinion. I think this is an insane spot. And if you pair all 3 plays today, Jalen Williams, Skubal, and Luzardo together, you would get a 3.5x payout over on PrizePicks. I understand that Luzardo is playing in Coors today, but his earned run line is at 2.5. It's pretty damn good for being in Coors. He's also covered this line, though, in every single game so far this year, 9 out of 9, and 10 out of 12 games last year. So already the hit rate is insane on this prop. But also the Phillies are like a -2 something, -300 against the Rockies tonight. And wins this year, he's of course over in every game. And last year, he was also over in every game, having at least 17 outs in all those games last year also, as well as having at least 15 in all games this year. The Rockies are a pretty terrible offense, especially against lefties, so this spot just looks absolutely elite to me, and I don't really understand this one being at about 14.5. Even if it is going to be a worse payout, the payout is still good enough for him to be offered at 14.5 for me here, so that spot looks stupid to me. Give me the over of 14.5 outs tonight for Jesus Luzardo. I would be absolutely shocked if he got torched today by the Rockies and missed this line. Like, it would take a lot for him to not go 15 outs today. I am not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders. Don't miss out in joining the DubClub if you have not already. There is a special offer linked in my description or in the top in the comment section down there in my comment section. It gives you access to all of my main plays sent straight to your phone, and it gives you access to the Discord as long as you connect your Discord account to DubClub. It should automatically put you into the DubClub once you do that. That will give you access then to my correlation slips, which you see here. We had 5 slips yesterday, come one leg short or better here, catching an 18x there. You also have, though, my underdog streaks plays also. We are 1 leg away from turning $5 into $5,000. So close to that. And of course, you also have access to my contributors plays from Elo, Emo, and Asmies, as well as getting my community chat too to talk to me and other members. I genuinely do not believe that you will regret joining. I really don't. And I also believe that I have the best dub club out there, like by far. I think it's one of the most winning dub clubs and also the most positive community out there. Like, I don't tolerate any like negativity towards others or anything like that, because there's a lot of really bad stuff in the community, I would say. So I try to keep it a very positive place. What I'm trying to say is that I think you guys will have a really good time here over in the dub club. So don't miss out on joining. Go join in with the link in my description. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. And this tool here can show off the best expected value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some CSGO plays, some Valorant plays, some NBA plays right now. They actually like scoop under fantasy score, but their fantasy scores are pretty bad, I will say. But every other play is pretty good for the most part. If you click on plus CV plays, you can filter it down to a 2-pick power play, or same with a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. You can help you find some pretty good plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value. Or it can really help you find some really good plays. If you want this tool for yourself, get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and then scroll down and be sure to use promo code DOMG. There's another tool though from the same guy sold separately called the AF Generator. This tool's over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 18 slips on the board currently for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. Right now on PrizePicks, they like this 6-pick flex, which contains value on Mikal Bridges over first quarter points. You also have Brianna Jones over points in the WNBA, as well as Brittany Griner under 7.5 rebounds, and also some CSGO plays here also. Has a profit margin right now of about 18.10%. And if you want to get this tool for yourself, you can still get it for yourself in my description, but this time click on the slip generator and then scroll down and use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching. Let's see you in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to see over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.